What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Love of the Game. Today, we're going to be doing a preview of the round of 16. It's with Paul, Sujay, and Ani. Anirudh is joining us today. And I actually value his opinion when it comes to European football and with stuff like this. And with Sujay not knowing what he's talking about, let's see what happens today. Let's see how we get along with previewing the round of 16, because all the teams that Sujay said won't be here are here, or they've qualified first and second. And if you haven't seen those videos are up on the channel. The playlist is here on our Euros. You can have a look and see that. Do not bet on any team that Sujay picks because they kind of never make it through. Anyways, guys, let's so round of 16. Were there any surprises? Did you feel anything? Any team was a surprise for you going?
Really, Paul, there have been absolutely no surprises in the composition of the round of 16. Probably some mid-sized teams may or may not have made it through. There were great expectations on Turkey, for example.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hype about them. They have their defenders, their forwards playing in some of the top leagues in Europe. If anything can be classified as a surprise, it could possibly be Turkey. They also finished second behind France in the qualifying group to the Euros. The expectations were quite high. But the way they played during the group stages, all three games, they were nowhere in the contest. In the context of current form, I don't think that there has been any surprise.
Okay, but the thing is, Ani, you need to know that Sujay predicted that Poland would be through based on the performance of Lewandowski, and Austria and the guys like Sweden or Denmark wouldn't even see the light of day of, even Ukraine. So what do you have to say for that, Sujay?
With regard to Poland, I think we have to give a lot of credit to Slovakia to begin with. They had a very huge impact in the first game itself. So it was Slovakia even got everyone. I think they got most of the teams off guard, and till the second half against Sweden, right? Poland were almost like they did not play in the entire format. I mean, like in this entire tournament very well. So it was a hard luck for them. I think most of them, whether they were in as a unit, they did not perform well at all. And it is no surprising that they crashed out, and they deserve to be crashed out. And kudos to Sweden. I mean, they have been, like one of the surprise packages in this Euros. And going forward, I would not take them so lightly, especially since they are playing Ukraine. I think the next game of this is against Ukraine. Yeah. So it's not a heavy, a heavyweight opposition for them. So let's see how they perform next.
So round of 16 is going to be interesting. Like up today, we have Wales versus Denmark and Italy versus Austria. Ani, you've been watching a lot of Italian football over the years. Were you surprised Italy scoring so many? Like, they've known for the defense, but scoring 3 goals in the first 2 games, and then, like, was it a surprise? Like,
it's a bit of a surprise in the sense that those of us who have followed the Azzurri all the way from the mid-90s. And this entire legend of a rock-solid Italian defense, and plus they won an entire World Cup without looking like they're going to score too many goals. So it's created an impression of Italy in our minds. But those of us who have been following Serie A in recent times, there are teams like Atalanta and Sassuolo, which have provided a lot of players to this current Italian squad. And these teams play attractive football. Plus, we must also keep in mind that they're managed by Roberto Mancini, who's not exactly known for setting up teams in an extremely tight or defensive format. So he likes his teams to express themselves. The other thing which could be clearly seen during the group stages is that the Italian squad is looking like a close-knit unit. There are laughs, there are hugs. There's a lot of good banter. There's a lot of cheer in that squad. So overall, I think the mental makeup itself has been different. Apart from Chiellini, who's among the senior most members of the squad, there's almost nothing which links the current squad back to the generations of defensive-minded footballers that have represented the country.
So it's like they're turning a new chapter, and it's it could be like Italian football coming back, not to its prime, but there's hope for the future of Italian football. And looking at the first two games, like, you guys have any predictions or any team to look out for with Wales and Denmark? Denmark made it through even after everything that happened. And then Italy versus Austria. Like, you guys have any predictions who could to watch out for, or will it be a given that Wales and Italy will go through? Sujay, you have anything?
So I'll take this. And Sujay can follow me. Italy versus Austria is looking, on paper at least, that Italy are going to be the favorites. Austria aren't, they don't have too many footballers who are household names. They have good players who play in the Bundesliga. Their best player so far in the tournament has been Baumgartner. And unless you follow the Bundesliga, you really wouldn't have them. So they are a well-drilled unit. They have defensive solidity. They've been scoring goals when it's needed. But then, as we just discussed, Italy have been scoring freely. So on paper, it looks like Italy should get through. Italy have been unbeaten for quite a long time now. They're due a bad day. It just hopefully shouldn't happen against Austria as far as they're concerned. Wales versus Denmark, again, is a bit of a close contest on paper. Wales have slightly outperformed, in my opinion. They're still very reliant on Gareth Bale, plus some of the known players from the English Premier League. But Denmark have been performing remarkably well, after the tragedy that happened on the pitch during the first game itself. So I think they're rallying around themselves. They've really, made it a mission to do their best or outperform themselves for the sake of their fallen teammate. So it should be an interesting, close-fought battle. It depends on who turns up on the given day.
Arnautovic is going to turn up. Don't worry. The surprise will be Arnautovic all the way from China.
Okay. No. Okay, so I think you're fixated with Arnautovic, and come on, man, you have seen him in for a long time in Premier League. I mean, he has a good game, and then he goes missing for a long time. Then, so, but I would like to start. I mean, I would like to pick up from where Anirudh left from. I think he made a very good point there. Between Wales and Denmark, Wales with a team that actually have more points, and they were full in the group stages at least. But like you said, Denmark first game they lost it, and it was a horrible experience for everyone watching the game. And then the second game also they lost against. They lost the second game also, but it was the third game wherein they performed really well, and it is based on that result that they are right now in the pre-quarters. On paper, both of the teams look balanced, but I feel Denmark, they have an edge over Wales, even though they haven't been performing to the level that Wales have been till now. But I feel Denmark, because of how they have been as a unit till now, and of course, the reasons why to perform with a teammate, I think Denmark will go through this tie. Yes, Gareth Bale, he is a very huge factor in for the Welsh team, but I still see Denmark nicking. I would say this team has. This game has written 1-2 all over it. Denmark to go through.
Okay.
Between Italy and Austria, yeah, come on. For your Arnautovic, there is I will name you Ciro Immobile there. Now even. Locatelli, he's in a very good form in this format.
I've got him in my fantasy team, and so I have whoever wins, I have no problem. Fantasy football works for me every day of the week. But before we close, the first two games, can I get your predictions? Who do you think is going to win? So Jay said 2-1 Denmark first game, and you're saying Italy is going to beat Austria. Ani, what about your predictions?
At least 2-0.
I think I'm going to go with the results that Sujay mentioned as well. Denmark is going to beat Wales, although I'm not sure about the 2-1 scoreline. Neither team has been very expressive in scoring goals. Denmark are known to be defensively solid. They have lost games, but I would go with a draw in regular time and the match going into extra time and Denmark sneaking through. Italy, Austria, I predict maybe a 3-1 in favor of Italy.
Okay, I'm going to go opposite from you guys. I'm going Wales are going to beat Denmark. The Welsh Dragons, they're going to do something. And Italy will beat Austria. Arnautovic will score that one goal, but Italy will win. So, guys, make sure you tune into the games. They're starting today at 9:30 and at 12:30 Indian Standard Time. Make sure you're watching now.